Okay. I'm going to be here for a few minutes, okay? Few minutes. I want to just share with you quickly and briefly about the reason why you have to model after excellence. There are many people who believe in life that they can just do things anyhow. Our God is a God that prefer excellence. He's a God that, as a matter of fact, he admonishes us to advocate for excellence in our lives. Now, I know that you might be asking questions. What's this going to go to? Take time in the design phase. First, I will come to you in different ways today, just for a few minutes. Now, as an educator, I take time in the um, I call them the infancy time. I take time in the design phase. What's going to be your outcome will be based on how you say it. Call it the Z thinking. So when the Lord was beginning to put my heart about the Z thinking, it's the ability for you to see the end from the beginning. As you know how God created heavens and earth, and then he realized that first day he did that and one continuing, the place was full of darkness. And he realized that the world is what without shape and was without form. And he decided himself to say he breathed and he released so that there could be an opportunity for excellence. So quickly, I will share with you quickly, briefly about the life of Solomon. When we talk about excellence, you can go further than talking about the excellence of Solomon when it comes down to building a place for the Most High God. Christians are sometimes difficult to convince when it comes to building a place of excellence for God, whether it's the church, whether it's the home, whether it's the studio, whether any part of ministry. God still expects us to rise and shine with excellence. So as a design engineer, I know, as an architect, I know the importance of spending quality time in the design phase. Because you see, the Bible is clear that God took some time to design you in your mother's womb. If he took some time to design you and mold you, he expects certain results. So, and that is why it is vital for us in every part of our lives for us to pay attention to the divine, to the design stage. Book of Second Chronicles chapter 2. I will just quickly read just a couple of verses here. Then Solomon determined to build a temple for the name of the Lord and a royal house for himself. Solomon selected 70,000 men to bear the burdens, 80,000 to quarry stones in the mountain, and 3,000 and 1,600 to oversee them. This is a man that you can see is a great, determined, powerful man that understand the rule when it comes down to excellence. There are so many things that we do in kingdom operation, whether it is home, whether it is ministry, whether it is church. We at times spend more time trying to fix things than spending the time in setting up the way it is. Now, many of you who are in the engineering world knows that the companies that are in engineering spend more money in what we call in the design phase. So when you hear billions of dollars being dropped when it comes down to research and development, many of you have heard the word R&D. Companies that are in the engineering world spend lots of money in that phase because they know that will be what will keep the other things going. Now, why is it that Christians at times we forget to take time to go into the design stages or design phase in our lives and design phase in our ministry, design phase in our writing, our books, design phase in our culture? Learned some great things some years back, my short experience about education. When the Lord spoke to me, and he wanted me to open up schools and be able to train and equip leaders. So I thought I did not need much time in the design stage. So I stepped out of my great heart, out of my compassion, also out because I was really, really excited. So just because I was excited do not mean that I will not take time to figure out what is needed, to take time to look at what it will take to bring an oversight to make sure that at the end of the day, what I expect is what I have expected. What God wanted me to do is to realize that if I am going to get this reward, I have to pay much time in making sure that these phases are taken care of. There are 4 things I want to line up for you, and you can use this in any part of your life, whether it is in church, whether it is in ministry, whether it is in your home, whether it is in that office that you are trying to build up now. I call you 6 steps. 1 is preparing the temple. Solomon offered sacrifices daily, consecrating the work unto the Lord.